Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bill's RPG and Craft. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try and do a 5-room dungeon. I've ran a dungeon similar to this for my players, and the benefits of the 5-room dungeon is that it is enough material for a single night's worth of play, and if done correctly and never used, you can drop it wherever you want. So we'll start with this dungeon being mostly occupied by kobolds, and the entrance is that in front of a ruin. Think vines overgrowing Greek and Roman marble columns and steps and such. There's a cave behind behind where the Guardian's going to be. The Guardian will be a shambling mound. I'm not going to give any stats for this, so that way it could be used for any edition of D&D or any fantasy game. If the creature doesn't exist in your game system, Google the name under images and then create stats appropriate for your game system based on what you think it can do. Now, the shambling mounds guarding the entrance, when the party got here when I ran the game, they saw some kobolds with special markings on their clothing, think tribal markings of some sort, and the shambling mound looked at them, like most body language looked at them and then looked away, and they passed through. The party then proceeded to try to sneak in and was caught by the shambling mound and had to fight it. After battling it, they get in, and the next room ends up being a room that had some prisoners in it and some kobolds torturing them with some sharp objects. So the party intervened there and gained some prisoners, freed some prisoners to travel with them, which complicated them trying to do combat and such. The next room ended up being a little bit of a challenge. They had to do a small amount of battle while avoiding an object falling from the ceiling at random intervals. You can either make this completely random, rolling a dice either every turn or every time they move, or you could have it keyed to, say, a checker pattern on the floor. Every time they step on the blue tile, it causes something to fall from the ceiling, whether it's that spot or just in the room, which would add even more randomness. And they had to fight a bunch of kobolds in this room. After that, they made their way to the final battle. The final battle had a kobold shaman, so powerful spellcaster, and want to say 2 strong kobold warriors, and then the rest were minions, and the minions totaled the number of the party. And minions were just, if you hit them, you kill them. So that made running the game easier, but it also had a complication because the party had to deal with the 3 tough guys as well as the numerous weak guys that were fighting them. And in this room, I had a couple of sections of the train that was higher than the rest, so the party could take advantage or not of getting up to a higher place, or using something like that for cover versus spells or ranged attacks. So added some variety to that room. And then after that, there was the reward room, the treasure room, which I took literally and actually put treasure in this room, and allowed them to acquire treasure and some plot devices I could use later, some language, some letters written in languages that the party didn't know that they'd have to get translated. after getting it translated, they'd be able to find another 5-room dungeon, as it were, to continue on this glorious dungeon. And that was that 5-room dungeon. If you have any questions, put them down below. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. I plan to do a few more, but if everyone likes them, I'll do a lot more. Well, bye for now.